colleague and I will today talk about the University of Debrecen and our scholarship program, the Stipendium Hungaricum. We are representatives of the university, and I would just like to briefly introduce the city of Debrecen and also the University of Debrecen to you, so you get the idea what we do here, what we're like. So Debrecen is a city of a very long history. It's more than 650 years old. It's the second largest city in Hungary after the capital Budapest. It's about 230 kilometers away from the capital, and it has a population of around 200,000 people. It's in the northeastern part of the Great Plain in Hungary, and it's a true university town catering to students' needs, meaning we have a lot of cafes, restaurants, libraries, places to hang out, and many parks. The university itself, the main campus, is in a forest area, so it's really nice, relaxing and green. Hungary is also one of the safest countries in the world, meaning that you don't have to worry about anything when you go out. Everybody's really nice and welcoming. Here you see a few pictures of Debrecen itself, like the main square, one of the parks that we have close to the main campus, our brand new stadium, and also Debrecen is really famous for its thermal spas. So I wanted to just show you a picture of it. It's also a really nice place to hang out when you want to relax in the exam period or after it. We have a lot of shopping malls, we have cafes, restaurants catering to all kinds of needs, meaning we have vegetarian, gluten-free, etc. For students with special dietary needs. We also have an international airport with flights to a lot of destinations within Europe, like Germany, Great Britain, Italy, and even Russia, with extra flights during the summer to more exotic destinations. So right from Debrecen you can visit most countries within Europe, which is a really convenient thing. About the facts and figures of the University of Debrecen, its predecessor, the College of the Reformed Church, was first established in 1538. And the University of Debrecen, as we know it now, was established in 1912. We have 14 faculties in different fields of medical and health sciences, agriculture, food and environmental sciences, arts, music, engineering, etc. We have 7 campuses. 5 of them are found in Debrecen. One is in Nyíregyháza, about 45 minutes from Debrecen by car, and one in Hajdú-Basarmény, around half an hour from here. We have, as of this academic year, we have 28,000 students, and more than 6,000 of them are international students, and that makes this the largest international student body in Hungary. So it's a really great place to meet new cultures, meet new people, and make a lot of friends from all over the world. We are also a research university, meaning that we are in close contact with local and international companies residing in Hungary. So it's easy to find traineeship programs and even jobs after you finish studying at the University of Debrecen. We have a lot of research collaborations with international companies and other universities all over the world. Our focus areas within these research programs is pharmaceutical research, food science, medical biology, and nuclear physics. And we also have 24 doctoral schools to cater to these researches in many areas like arts and humanities, medical sciences, natural sciences, and agricultural sciences. We have more than 80 programs that we offer in English to our international students, including our single-cycle medical trainings. That means the medical school of the University of Debrecen, where you can study general medicine, dentistry, pharmacy, and many other things relating to the medical field. We have numerous undergraduate and graduate trainings in almost any field that you could think of, in IT and natural sciences, agricultural sciences, business, management, economics, law, engineering, etc. Here you can see, the Hungarian and international student ratio in the last 19 or 18 years, actually. You can see that the number of international students is steadily growing, meaning we started with less than 900 international students, and as of this year we have more than 6,000. So if you join us, you will be part of a big international community. As for what study fields international students choose, when we first started, around half of the students chose a medical field to study in, and that has slightly shifted in recent years. It doesn't mean that we have less medical students, it just means that we have more students and more fields that they can choose from, as you can see here. So you can also choose agriculture, public health, humanities, music, law, and many other things. As for the numbers, we have most students from Nigeria, China, Jordan, Vietnam, and Pakistan. But we have students from 110 countries from all over the world. So wherever you're from, you will have friends here that you can meet. As for the facilities and services at our campuses, we have student residence halls and restaurants catering to students' needs. We have several snack bars all over each campus. We have ATMs, post offices, banks. We have multiple gyms that you can join during your studies. We have sports grounds. Most of them you can use free of charge for football, handball, swimming, yoga, tennis, basically anything that you like to do in your free time. You will find it here in Debrecen. We have university and national libraries as well, with more than 6 million copies of books and journals. Whenever you want to do research for your schoolwork, it's really easy to find English, Hungarian, and other books in other languages too. And we also offer counseling to students who might need it, as well as obviously medical care. As for the student life, there are a lot of things to do in town and on campus as well. For example, right at the beginning of the academic year, we have a great show called U-Day. This is like a semester starting ceremony, but we celebrate it with concerts and shows, and even a laser show at the end. Most students come and join for this event. It's a good opportunity to bring together both students and members of the faculty. This is a really big event for the University of Debrecen. And then right after that we have the Freshmen's Ball for all freshmen that join our university. And then we have the International Food Day, which is a big success at our university. It's kind of like a friendly competition between different nations who represent themselves. During this event, they cook their traditional food, while listening to their traditional music. And at the end, obviously, there's a winner who cooks the best meal, but everybody who participates just really loves it because you get to share your food, share your culture, share your music. It's really a multicultural pot. That's what we call it. So as you can see, many different nations represent themselves during this day. And right now I would like to give the word to my colleague here, who will talk to you about the Stipendium Hungaricum scholarship in detail. So hang in there.
Thank you, Dori. That was a wonderful introduction to our university. So now I will talk about the details of how to apply for the scholarship that we offer. So just a second. Here we go. As already mentioned, this scholarship that I would like to introduce is called Stipendium Hungaricum. Let's see what's behind these words. This scholarship is a full governmental scholarship offered by the Hungarian government for foreign students. let's see what this scholarship offers for you. What are the details? First and most importantly, it's free education. So you don't need to pay tuition fee at all throughout the entire length of your studies because it's paid by the Hungarian government. Apart from the tuition fee, the scholarship students receive a monthly stipend and the amount is approximately $140 per month. Also, we provide the students with a dormitory place or if they don't choose the dormitory, they will receive some rent support with approximately the same amount per month. What is also important that the scholarship includes medical insurance, which is fully covering all your medical expenses while in Hungary. I would like to mention, first of all, 3 very important websites where you can find more information. The first one is the website of the university itself. Please visit this website to find out all details about our programs. The next one is the website of the scholarship itself. This is also very important to visit and look through all links that you find there, because this web page tells you everything that you need to know about the scholarship itself, how to apply, what it provides, so please visit this website. And the third one, when you know everything, what you want to do and you know how to apply, there's a third website where actually you can submit your application. So this is also very important. I will go through one by one of the content of these websites. But before that, there are several participants within the scholarship program that you need to be familiar with. Just let's see quickly this short who is who within the scholarship program. The first is the most important person is yourself, the applicant who wants to win the scholarship. So that's you. The second important participant is your country, because in every country there is a so-called sending partner who has an important role that I will explain in a few minutes. When I say your country, it means that where you belong to as a citizen, so where you are a citizen. It might be, you might have several citizenships. In this case, you have to decide which one you choose when you apply for the scholarship. The third participant is the university itself, where you want to study. The university will provide you with the education, the program, so you will study here within the scholarship program. And the fourth participant is also an organization. It's a Hungarian organization called Tempus Public Foundation. They are responsible for the announcement and the management of the entire program, and actually they award the scholarship. So let's see them one by one. First of all, your country. As I said, there's a so-called sending partner. This is very useful to remember this expression, sending partner. This might be the Ministry of Education in your country or a designated organization who has a very important role because they nominate the applicants. So how it works that you submit your application, and a lot of students submit their application, but the country itself can make their shortlist. So first they have to nominate you for this scholarship, which is the very first selection step. So to be familiar of the conditions of the nomination, you have to contact your sending partner. So this is when I refer back to the website that I mentioned previously, that you have to visit and find out the contact for the sending partner and also the conditions. It's different for each country, so and actually here at the university we don't know much about this, but for example it can be a language test or other conditions, so please contact your sending partner. What is also important to find out what programs or study fields are supported for your country, because this is different for each and every country. So when you contact your sending partner, you have to check what program is supported for you. Maybe you're interested in medicine, so please check if that program is supported for your country. If the program of your first interest might not be supported, then I'm sure that you can find something else what we offer and what might be supported for your country. Okay, the second participants, just very briefly, is the Tempus Public Foundation. As I said, they coordinate this whole program, and actually they are responsible for awarding the scholarship. So they decide in the end who wins this scholarship. The University of Debrecen, just very briefly, because Dori already mentioned the most important things about the university. So currently at this academic year, we have a little bit less than 2,000 scholarship students who are already here and studying for free from 57 countries. We offer for the scholarship program more than 70 programs, so most of our English programs are participating in this scholarship on all levels. So whether you're interested in bachelor training or master level training or doctoral PhD training, you can find this within the scholarship program. Okay, and now the first website that I mentioned in the beginning is the website of the university itself. Why is it important for you? When you visit this website, then there's a section for prospective students with the list of all our programs that we offer for the foreign students. So all these programs are offered in English. So when you visit this website, please find a program that you are interested in, and you have to read the descriptions and the entry requirement, but as it appears here, you do not apply for the scholarship through this website. There's a little button, apply now, but it refers to the self-finance, the fee-paying students. So please use our website to get familiar with our programs, but you do not submit your scholarship application through our website. The next one, the second webpage I was mentioning, is the studyinhungary.hu. It's very easy to remember. When you visit this website, you will find a lot of things. It might look a little bit confusing, but I pointed out the most important things that you need to know. The very first one, marked with the purple arrow, is the call for application. This is a PDF document. It's quite detailed, but believe me, it's very important that you read this call for application because it contains all the details. The other thing that is very important that you can check at this website is actually the contact of your sending partner. It's marked with the green arrow. And at the same section, you not just find the contact of your sending partner, but you can check the supported study fields, the programs, what are supported for your country. So please visit this website and find all this information, get familiar. In this website, you will find the timeline of the application. Actually, this slide is summarizing of what I said so far. So first of all, you have to find the program that you want to study. Please use our website, the University of Debrecen's website, to find the program. The second one is you have to contact your sending partner, your country, for nomination. And this is the contact you can find at the second web page that I mentioned you. And now I'm going to go to the next step, how to apply. So before you submit your application, you already visited the website of the University of Debrecen. You already visited the website of the scholarship itself. And now you are ready to submit your application. And now this is when you look up this web page. It's also very easy to remember. It's apply.stipendiumhungaricum.hu. And when you go to this website, first of all, you will see something like this. First of all, you have to register yourself as an applicant. You have to give basic information about yourself. Basically, it's just your name and email address. And you have to choose the country. So please choose the country where you are a citizen. And when you register at this website, you will receive an application code by email. So it's also very important to give your correct email address. And when you receive this code, then you can log in and actually you can start filling in your personal data. There's one very important thing that I want to mention. It's also emphasized in this page itself, is please use your passport name. So grab your passport or your national ID card and use your name exactly the same way how it is indicated in your passport. It's very important later on. The next one, you have to choose the study program, actually, what you want to study. So please find the University of Debrecen when you submit your application, and you can choose up to 2 study programs. It's very important that the 2 programs that you choose must be on the same level. So please do not mix that you choose one bachelor and one master program. It must be on the same level. Okay, and the next very important part of submitting your application, I would say one of the most important part, is uploading certain documents. If you read the call for application that I mentioned before, this PDF document, you will find out exactly what documents you need to upload. But I will go through now one by one what are the most important documents. First of all, the requirement is a motivation letter. The length and the format of the motivation letter is detailed in the call for application. Basically, it's a one-page document explaining why you want to study here and why you want to win this scholarship. The second, and I would say one of the most important documents that you have to upload, is your school certificate. When we say school certificate, we mean the document that is officially issued by your high school or by your university, proving that you actually finished your studies. So a copy of this school degree certificate, it can be your high school diploma, it can be your bachelor degree certificate, it can be your master level, depending on what school you finished already. This must be uploaded. Now, there might be some of you, or even many of you, who are currently studying in the last semester or last year of your school. In this case, so if you will graduate a bit later, let's say in June or July, and you don't have the school certificate yet, then you also have to upload something, and this is a declaration. So you have to write down that I'm currently studying in my last semester or in my last year, and I will graduate in June, and I will upload my school certificate later. So it's either the certificate must be there or a declaration that you will upload it later. The second school document, which is equally important, is some school reports. So even if you don't have the degree certificate yet, you must have some kind of a school report. It can be the previous academic year's report, it can be your transcript if you are a university student, but something must be there proving or that you are currently a student, or that the university can see your results. So please do not miss to upload some school reports, even if you don't have the final certificate yet. Now the next requirement is some kind of a proof of your language proficiency. When we say language, obviously it means English in our case, because all our programs that we offer for the scholarship are fully taught in English. So we want to know the level of your English. Under the description of each program, you will find what level is required. Usually this is a B2 level of the language proficiency. It might be higher for PhD students. And we can accept any type of exam as long as this is on the required level. If you are about to pass a language exam, then you can also upload a declaration, but there must be something, either the proof itself or a declaration signed by you that you will have the result in a few weeks or in a few months. Now, I want to point out that maybe some of you are already studying in English in your current school. Either this is your high school or your university. So if you are already studying in English, then you can, instead of the language proficiency, the language exam paper, you can upload a document, but it must be issued by your current school or current university, signed and stamped, proving that the language of instruction is English at your current program. So if you have such certificate from your school or from your university, then no further language exam is required. That is sufficient. You also need to upload a medical certificate proving that you are in good health condition. Please see the call for application for more details. And of course some kind of an ID document, preferably your passport, or if you don't have your passport yet, then your national ID card, the copy of your national ID card. These are the most important documents which is compulsory for all applicants. For PhD students only, there are further requirements. First of all, the PhD students, but only them, need 2 recommendations. They need to submit their research plan, and also there's a compulsory letter from the future supervisor that he or she is willing to supervise your PhD studies. So this very last one is only compulsory for the PhD students. Okay. Now, when you submit your application and all documents are uploaded and you press the send button, then basically you have nothing else to do for a while, because certain things will happen in the background. The first selection step is the country nomination that I mentioned previously, which is done by your country, by the sending partner in your country. What we would like to emphasize is that the university, so us, we are not involved in this nomination process, so we cannot influence it, we don't have information about it. It's entirely the task of the sending partner. This is why I mentioned previously that it's very important that you contact your sending partner to find out about the conditions of the nomination. After the nomination, the applications which were selected by the country, these will reach the university. But as I said, only the nominated applications. So we will receive your application if you are nominated. The next step that will come is the formal check, which is done by the university itself. And it's very important that all the documents that I just mentioned previously are uploaded there, because we will decide whether your application is formally correct or not is mainly based on the documents that you uploaded. If your application is formally correct, then we will contact you. Probably a lot of applicants are watching us who might be interested in the medicine program, and this is why I want to point out one important thing regarding this program. You can choose up to 2 programs when you apply for this scholarship, but in case of the medicine program, due to the very high number of the interested applicants, we can only consider the first place applicants. So make sure if you want to study medicine at the University of Debrecen, it has to be the first choice when you select the study programs. Okay, let's go one step further. After the nomination and after the formal check, we will start conducting the entrance exams. In some programs this is an exam, in case of other programs it might be an interview, but we start with the evaluation of your submitted documents. The faculty will see your school certificate, the school reports, and we will decide whether you can proceed to the next step, which will be the entrance exam. So at this point, the university will inform, so we will send you an email if you are nominated and also your application is formally correct. then we will contact you about the entrance exam. So you will receive an email with the date and form of the entrance exam. Now you want to know how you can prepare for this entrance exam, and at this point I want to refer back to the website of our university, where you can check all the exam requirements. Now the next step, so those who are nominated by the country and those who pass the entrance exam of the University of Debrecen will go for the award decision process. This is done by Tempus Public Foundation, and actually they will decide who wins the scholarship. So this is the third selection step and also equally important. So if you are lucky and win this scholarship, then the university will contact you about how to proceed, how to register to the university. Okay, this slide is a quick reminder of the deadlines. So now what you need to remember is the 15th of January 2020, which is a month from now approximately. By this time you must submit your application. And then until the end of February, the countries will make their choice with the nomination. Then comes March, April, May. This is the time when the entrance procedure at the university is conducted. And then by the end of June, the decision is made of who is awarded the scholarship. The deadline again, please remember, the 15th of January. And now this is when you will have the opportunity to ask questions. So please feel free to type in your questions. Dori and myself are happy to answer. Okay, I can see one question right now. How can we apply without sending partner nomination? A very important and good question. Unfortunately, or fortunately, the sending partner nomination is a crucial condition. So you can apply at the time of the application, you can submit your application, but only the nominated applications will proceed. So the sending partner nomination is very important, and actually you cannot go through this process without the nomination of the sending partner. The next question is, do we have chemical engineering courses? We do have chemical engineering, so please check the website of the University of Debrecen for all the programs.
What are the bachelor degree requirements? Well, you have to check by program, but usually it's just to have a high school certificate if you apply for a bachelor program, and there's a language requirement, obviously, but it varies per program.
Okay, we are receiving questions regarding the PhD programs, pharmaceutical chemistry. Please visit the website of the university, and also for the PhD students, it's very important that you have a different call for application, and which is especially for the PhD students. So please visit that or look up that call for application, and that will tell you which link you need to actually visit. Okay, we are receiving a lot of questions, so let's just look through them. The most important ones we try to find. How to find the sending partner. So please visit the website, the studyinhungary.hu, and this is where the contact of the sending partner can be seen. Okay, regarding the name, you don't have a family name. Okay, so there are several expressions used regarding your name. I think in the application they use family name, but it is the same like your surname. So please use either your family name or surname in this section. If you don't have a last name, some students, right, they really do have only a one-word name, then you can use your parents' surname or what's indicated in your passport.
It just always has to be the same what's in your official documents for identification reasons. So make sure it doesn't matter how it's written, but it always has to be the same as your ID or passport.
Okay, there's another question. If you already applied through an agent to our university, like as a fee-paying student, this is a very good question as well. Even though you are already an applicant of the University of Debrecen, interested in the fee-paying or the self-finance program, you can still apply for the scholarship, but you have to submit your application through the website that I just showed you, this apply.stipendiumhungaricum.hu. So the two applications are different.
Here's a question about airfares. My colleague just said in the beginning what's covered by the scholarship, and airfare and travel expenses are not among those things. So we give, so it basically means you don't have to pay tuition fee, free studies, monthly stipend of around $140 and contribution to accommodation, as well as medical insurance. So no transportation expenses are covered by the scholarship.
However, as we hear in case of some countries, this might be covered or there might be a contribution from your country. So please contact again your sending partner to find out whether they can support your travel expenses. Yes, again, family names. We have a lot of questions regarding the names. Please use your name in the application according to your passport or official document. We are receiving questions regarding the entry requirement. Of course, it's impossible to list, in case of our 70 programs, all the entry requirement. We suggest that you visit the website of the university, edu.unideb.hu, and all programs can be found there with all the entry requirements, the exam requirements, what is important to apply, so please visit our website. How can we check our sending partner? Again, please visit the website of the scholarship itself, which is studyinhungary.hu. There's a designated section only about the sending partners where you can find the name of the organization. Sometimes there's even the name of the particular person who's in charge of the nomination process, and the emails and phone numbers can be found there, studyinhungary.hu. Again, a lot of questions about the entry requirements. Please visit the website.
When will the semester start? It always starts in the beginning of middle of September. So in Hungary we have a 2-semester academic year, meaning the first one starts in September, the second one in February, but what you apply for, the first semester of 2020-21, that starts in September 2020.
Yes, that's correct. According to the regulations of the scholarship, sorry, the students must arrive until the end of September the latest, but of course this date can be an earlier date depending on the program itself. Please be prepared that you arrive in Hungary by the beginning of September the latest. There are some questions about hotel management that we don't particularly offer, but we do offer a lot of management courses, so please check the website for all available programs.
This one person asked about not having their graduation degree yet, whether they can apply now. You can. You just have to, as my colleague said, write a declaration.
Yes.
Right? That you will finish your studies at a given date and you will submit those documents later. But it's really important that you upload the declaration where you're supposed to upload the degree, so that at least we know that you will have it later and you can submit it later.
Exactly, and even in this case, if you don't have the certificate yet, you have to upload the latest school report that was maybe issued at the end of the last academic year, or even if you have several reports, but some kind of a school document must be there so that we can evaluate your application. Again, the sending partner nomination, we cannot emphasize enough how important the nomination is. This is the first selection. So you are asking about the eligibility. I guess you mean the conditions of the nomination. So please contact your sending partner, because this is different for each and every country. You find the contact of the sending partner at the website, and you just call them or send them an email, tell them that you want to apply for this scholarship, and they will tell you about the conditions.
We've got a person asking if they have done their bachelor education in English, do they need to sit for an English language exam? No, you don't, because your previous studies were conducted in English, meaning that we don't need another exam paper for
Exactly. You just have to upload a document proving that you actually studied in English. So please contact your university in this case and ask them to issue just a very short certificate that the language of instruction was English in case of your study program. However, I want to add that your sending partner might have some language requirements that we don't know about, so this is again why important to contact your sending partner. Okay, someone is asking about the research proposal. PhD students are advised to, first of all, to read the special call for application for the doctoral studies, and that will guide you to the special websites and special contacts that you need to know. You have to contact the doctoral school itself and find a potential supervisor and the research proposal. Someone is asking whether the sending partners know about this program. Yes, it might happen that their website is not yet updated, but it should be updated soon, or even if they don't update their website, please be assured that all sending partners are very well informed about this scholarship, because the Tempus Public Foundation, the organization who's responsible for this scholarship, makes sure that they contact each sending partner, so the sending partner should be well informed about all the deadlines and the application process. Yes, that's a very good question. Is the $140 enough for a month in Hungary? The scholarship program always mentions that this amount that you receive as a monthly stipend is only a contribution to your living expenses. So most probably you will need your own financial sources as well to add to this $140. But I would say that this is a reasonable amount for a moderate lifestyle in Debrecen. especially considering that apart from this amount, you will get either a dormitory place or almost the same amount to cover your living expenses. So this might not be enough, but this is a very good contribution to your living expenses in Hungary. What tests do I need to do for the medical certificate? Please contact your local family doctor or the local hospital to run the necessary tests. At the website of the scholarship itself, there's a format, recommended format for this medical certificate, so please check that. How do you access your sending partner? Again, their email, their phone number is there, and feel free to contact them, or even if you are nearby, maybe it's in the same city, you can visit them. So there are various ways to contact the sending partner. Okay, just few words about the medicine program. It was previously mentioned that in Hungary, certain university programs such as medicine, dentistry or pharmacy have a special setup. We call them an undivided master program, and this master might be a little bit confusing. So to apply for these one-tier master or undivided master programs, the entry requirement, the application requirement is a high school diploma. So you don't need to have a bachelor degree to apply for our medicine program. You can apply with a high school diploma, but in the end, after the 5 or 6 years, the degree certificate that you receive is a master certificate. So this is a combination. It's like together, the bachelor and the master, but they are inseparable. So you can apply with a high school diploma, but in the end, after 5 or 6 years, you will receive MD or DMD certificate, which is on master level.
Somebody asked why a motivational letter is essential.
The motivation letter can be looked at by the Tempus Public Foundation. Maybe your sending partner will read the motivation letter. It's not the university who sets the list of the compulsory document. It's just there, so you must write your motivation letter.
Whoa.
There was a question, if you have no published paper, can you apply for the PhD? To apply for the PhD program, the application requirement is a master level university certificate, and then you have to contact the doctoral school itself for their special conditions. Generally, I would say that the published paper is not a basic requirement. You will publish papers throughout or at the end of your PhD program.
I am applying for 2 different courses. How do I write the motivational letter?
That's also a good question. So if you apply for 2 different courses, you have a choice. You can write 2 different motivation letters, and then you combine them in one file and just upload them, obviously mentioning which letter is for which program. Or if these 2 programs are somehow similar, for example, you are applying for medicine and dentistry, which are both medical fields, then one motivation letter is sufficient. But the motivation letter, of course, must be connected somehow to the type of the study or the study field that you want to apply for. Okay, someone is asking whether the wife or husband can come to Hungary. You may arrive with your family to Hungary, but you have to know that this is on your own expenses, and also the medical insurance is only for the scholarship student, him or herself, and not for the family members. So the family might come, but you have to take care of all the expenses of the family. how many students are selected. We can talk about the number of the University of Debrecen. Currently we have almost 2,000 students, but every year, the last academic year, approximately 700 new scholarship students arrived to our university. Okay, let's see the other questions.
Whether you can settle in Hungary after finishing your studies.
During your studies, you will have a special visa if you are coming from a visa-bound country, which is the case for most countries. You will have a student visa. You can have the student visa as long as you are a student in Hungary, and after that you have to find another purpose of stay if you want to stay in Hungary, which might be of work or other purposes. Okay, I think we are just receiving now the same questions that we already answered, so
If you still have questions, you can contact the University of Debrecen, meaning us, anytime, or you can just look through our slides again to see whether you can find an answer to your question during your application procedure. We hope that this was informative to you all, and hope to see you next year.
okay, thank you for your attention.
Thank you.
Goodbye.
Bye.